Good evening and welcome. You're watching Newsbreak with me, Sanket Upadhyay. Now, how far can you go when you are a fan and you want a selfie with your celebrity? Would you click a selfie and then perhaps let it go? Or will you, upon being told that no, selfie is not possible, still insist, take your selfie and then go? Or will you take it to such crazy levels that there will be a baseball bat involved, there will be a car chase involved, there will be videography involved? A weird situation has happened in Mumbai where cricketer Prithvi Shaw's fan has now turned his biggest foe. There's an FIR involved. There's a brawl with fans. Fans can also be seen chasing Prithvi Shaw, filming the whole activity. So suddenly from fan to foe in a matter of minutes. Now in these pictures, see, it's very, very difficult in situations like this to sit in judgment, which is why a thorough investigation is required right now. Because in this picture you can see cricketer Prithvi Shaw with that baseball bat. Now, was he the attacker, or did he snatch this broken baseball bat from someone who was smashing his car? By the way, the window pane, the windshield of his car was also broken. What exactly happened? And how is it that a fan moment becomes this crazy? And then of course, there is the story of two fans. Let's put that on screen right now. The story of two fans in this country. Fan number one, who fights with his cricketer for a selfie. And then fan number two, a fan girl who emulates her favorite cricket character. I think a question that all fans need to ask of themselves. What sort of a fan would you like to be? One who would pick up a fight over a selfie gone wrong? Or you would want to become a fan like this amazing little girl who feels that she should also hit shots like Surya Kumar Yadav, because she should be like him and not really fight with the celebrity. Of course, I would add that rider one more time. As we play out the sequence of what happened in Mumbai, we will play it out right now. We will have to wait for the investigation to know what exactly went wrong. Let's listen into that moment.
सपना रुक भैया नहीं, सपना रुक भैया नहीं, सपना रुक भैया नहीं, सपना रुक भैया नहीं.
So that's the footage that we have. Who crossed the line, we do not know, and that is why we need an investigation. But these fan moments, this crazy selfie culture, right? I mean, celebrities like it also, but to what end? Where exactly do we want to take our mad love and profess it in such a way that it will involve a baseball bat? Let's put this to a short discussion. Dilip Cherin is the founder and consulting partner of Perfect Relations. Anis Sajan is a cricket analyst. We also have Sanjay Jha, founder of cricketnext.com, and Atul Vasan, former Indian cricketer. I would like to begin with you, the cricketers first, Anis Sajan and Atul Vasan. Mr. Vasan, to you first. When you were actively playing cricket, thank God the selfie culture did not exist, the manner in which it does now. Or otherwise, this could have been your car, this could have been someone else's baseball bat. Sure, back in the day, people used to criticize, and I remember when the Indian team would lose, fans will go crazy. But that was a response to a loss, not to a selfie.
Well, you're right, actually, but there's no question. Your point is that is it right or is it wrong? I don't know what the issue is there. But clearly, they are soft targets, and I think because cricketers have become huge stars, even if they're not big in the test level and even in Indian level, and Prithvi just made a comeback. But, how can you indemnify yourself against this? It can happen anywhere. So you've got to be careful. You've got to take a PSO or something, and you've got to avoid situations where you in this kind of scenario. But you can't avoid this because Indian fans are very intrusive. They feel that they own you. And at times, most of the times, it gets ugly because if you say no to them, and I'm really amazed at how big stars handle this fan craze, and that's why fan comes from fanatic, and fanaticism can extend to just venting your anger or just get your 5 minutes of fame. So, and I've been through that. It has happened to me not because of this. Yeah.
That's a very interesting comment. Anis Sajan, how do you view this? Do you feel that modern day cricketers must say, for instance, this fan was really pushing his limits? Should this cricketer have not lost his cool? Because in this footage, again, can't prejudge. We do not know the exact sequence of events. We'll have to wait for the police investigation. But based on the evidence that is available right now, the bat is in Mr. Prithvi Shaw's hand. And clearly he's responding.
It's very difficult. I would be happy talking about cricketers playing on the field and off the field.
Sure.
It's a sad thing to see what is happening to this young boy. Controversies surrounding him left, right and center. First, he's not getting a place in the side. And now this. We wouldn't know actually what has happened. But like Atul mentioned, cricketers in India are followed by fans. And instead of becoming fanatics, sometimes fans get overboard. And I'm afraid here we wouldn't know what exactly has happened. And I wouldn't like to defend the fan, nor I would like to defend Prithvi Shaw. In one line, I could say that we probably need to know what are our limits and need to follow that. Easier said than done. This looks very bad on television. I'm honest, Sanket. I'm not able to give an opinion who's right, who's wrong. But if I was Prithvi Shaw, easier said than done. And if I am in my senses, I would just walk away. Say thank you very much. I can't.
So in that sense, you're saying the responsibility of being the greater person lies on the celebrity. Because
not really. You're trying to put me on a spot. You're trying to put me on a spot here, Sanket. No, it doesn't lie on a celebrity. A fan is equally responsible. Both of them are equally. We are all human beings.
He might get injured. I mean, what's the point of if it's into a BMW has got more losses. So then why to just pick up a fight with her? Because he's got nothing to lose. You've got everything to lose. This could break your arm, do whatever, and you don't know what kind of limits people go. Yesterday I read a news that the guy got stabbed for RTV and brushing his bike.
No, because see, the thing is that there is a counter version also, which is why again investigation is key here, and that is why Mr. Sanjay Jha, we are not just restricting ourselves in our commentary about fandom and to what level a fan can go to this case. We are talking about a larger issue. I mean, look at how fans behave. You have a fan in Rajasthan, a girl who's trying to be like Surya Kumar Yadav. And that's her way to respond to the fact that she's a fan. And then you've got this. Do you feel that being a fan has now assumed crazy proportions?
Sanket, I respectfully disagree with both my friend Atul and Mr. Anis, the other cricketer.
Sure.
I don't care for what a fan's love is for a cricketer or a celebrity, Bollywood star or whatever. Everyone has a right to their privacy. Just because somebody is a public figure does not give anyone the right to intrude into their space, which is why I can tell you, you have had movies made on obsessive fans going rogue. You have situations where today many of these celebrities, whether cricketers or film stars, have a security apparatus around them. Big burly people who protect them because the risk is immense. Now, somebody mentioned on your show that, Prithvi Shaw should have been more tactical or whatever. I will wait for the final investigation to come through. But the truth is that celebrities are vulnerable. Why? Because people love to take selfies and we live in an Instagram culture today. You take a picture with a celebrity and soon you become a celebrity because you stood with them. I want to tell you something at a very personal level. I have been fortunate. I follow a lot of sports events. I've seen Messi at a distance of 2 feet. I have seen Cristiano Ronaldo walking a little away from me, sitting in the same restaurant, and no one mobs them anywhere else in the world, at least in some of the countries that I have been to. And that is the respect of somebody's privacy that we need to maintain. In fact, it's so awkward that even if you have a celebrity football player or even a Hollywood star, people are awkward to even go into them and say, listen, can you sign an autograph for me or take a selfie? So I think we need to understand today that cricketers are demigods in India. And why not? They are celebrities. They play great cricket. I think Prithvi Shaw, in my opinion, is an exceptional cricketer. But whoever likes him or whatever, they have no business to make the same gentleman feel so, awkward that it becomes into a scuffle. I feel sorry for Prithvi, and I may be prejudging this case, because I don't think any celebrity in the right sense likes a provocation.
Yeah,
they don't want
to enter into a brawl. Correct.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
true.
Nobody likes it.
Dilip Cherian, your views.
I think that these fans who are fantasizing roles for themselves have gone out of control. The right to privacy is universal. The only thing that happens to celebrities is that the chances of their right to privacy being broken or invaded are higher than for an average individual. That's the only difference. But in terms of the law, in terms of what they're entitled to, I think that the right to privacy needs to be maintained. Now, as far as fans going AWOL are concerned, this is peculiarly increasing both in the case of cricketers and in the case of Bollywood stars. Our very large social media universe is creating junkies who want to get those 1,000 likes or 50,000 likes because they're in the same frame as a celebrity. And unless we as a society recognize this, we will not be able to control it. So you first need to understand what the problem is. The problem is the TikTokization of popular culture. Instagram, what have you. I mean, there are a number of platforms on which youngsters are seeing themselves as larger than their sadly inadequate lives. So what they do is that they try to spice it up by being aggressive groupies. And this is the result of that kind of thing.
The
jury may be out on this incident.
Out of greater experience of what you may have heard or seen, or on the basis of this incident?
I am talking about having trained multiple celebrities on how to handle ambush attacks. And while the physics of it may require numerous devices like bouncers, PSOs, etc., but I think that the art of being able to smile and avoid such a situation is what we often train celebrities in.
Is that going to be your tip to every celebrity? That in the face of a fan crisis,
remember,
laugh it off.
Saket, that you are really talking of being surrounded by cameras all the time. This is yet another factor of today's existence as far as celebrities are concerned. The only good thing is that for every celebrity who's being photographed, there are 10 others who are also taking videos of somebody taking a video of somebody taking a video.
Sure.
So you really have a lot of evidence.
Yeah,
and as I said,
camera
let's wait for what
is like inception of cameras.
Yes.
I agree with what you're saying. Very, very quickly, Mr. Atul Vasan, a tip or an advice for Prithvi Shaw, and also for the fans.
Be smart. Be smart. I mean, don't go. I mean, avoid situations where you might get into this. I think you just like ghouls, I mean, zombies will get to you. I mean, why did you hear anything like this with Virat or Sachin and all? So you've got to be smart enough. Prithvi has got, like if this was any other person, I would have said, but he tends to get into these bad situations because he's the kind of guy and that is personality. So I think you have to be really smart, indemnify against things and just walk away. And I don't agree. I mean, Sanjay was saying that we should do this. That is perfect world. That's utopia. Doesn't exist. So even in spite of doing the best, some crazy person will try something.
Don't let the fans get the better of you. Usually this is said a lot and we get to hear this, that first of all, don't get too impressed by your fans. Because first people become your fans, then they would say that if you want me to continue to be your fan, you should do this for me. And then you fall into that fan trap, right? So that fandom, perhaps celebrities must know, is a two-edged sword, double-edged sword. Thank you very much for joining us for this discussion. It'll be interesting to see how what the investigation into this case reveals.